Go!
Hello and welcome. This is the TSAG Podcast. I'm also illiterate. No, I'm Fat Yeti from the Socially Awkward Gamers. We have with us today Champ Chomp from Generation Gamers. Say hello.
Hello.
That's him. We also have Florian. He's a fan of the page, good friend of mine, avid gamer, does lots of stuff, including LOL. Say hello, Florian.
Hello.
And also Professor Tinker, Mr. Tinker, Tinkerton, whatever he's calling himself these days, guy with a funny voice. Say hello.
Deprivace.
Yeah, that's him. So this is about our third time trying to record this podcast, because the first time we were streaming it and then the stream died, and then I tried recording it and my recording software just turned around and said, oh wait, no, that's your trial done and finished. You now have to pay. But yeah, we aren't going to let you continue with this recording, which is going to stop it there. And so this is our third time recording.
Third time's the charm.
Yeah. Okay. So, what we have discussed so far in our previous podcast attempts are South Park, The Stick of Truth. We aren't going to go into that again, because if we do, we'll talk about it for days, and Mr. Professor Tinker doesn't want us to talk about it because he's going to be playing it tomorrow.
Or Tuesday.
Or Tuesday, and he doesn't want us to spoil it for him, but basically the general consensus is it is very good and you should play it. It's good. And that you'll get a lot more from it if you actually watch South Park, because there are so many references and stuff, but that won't stop it being a fun experience for you if you haven't.
The Man-Bear Peg.
Man-Bear Peg. A friend, one of our other admins. What?
Half man, half bear, half pig.
That's what a Fat Yeti is, isn't it?
It makes no sense.
Have you only just come across Man-Bear Pig?
No! I just remembered it. I'm super cereal.
Actually, Al Gore plays quite a large part in it. There's like this whole selection of side quests you can do, and I found it. Yeah. But yeah, another admin of ours on TSAG has his own review site. He's done a review on it. I'm going to be doing one on Monday. Champ, didn't you say you were going to be doing one? Or possibly by TSAG?
Possibly. I'm not quite sure yet.
Well, if he does, I'll be sure to share it all around on TSAG. That way you can go read his awesomeness. But yeah, South Park Stick of Truth, we're all very happy about it. Unfortunately, though, in Europe, well, in the UK, on console versions, parts of it are censored, and in Austria and Germany, it's completely censored on everything.
Well, only on the consoles. On PC, it's just the Nazi stuff censored.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, the Germans don't like talking about the Nazi stuff. Yeah. What else have we talked about and going to be talking about? Betas.
Last of Us.
The Last of Us movie.
Oh, The Last of Us,
Yep.
yes. The Last of Us is going to be made into a movie, apparently. And this isn't just the case for this one movie. It's a general trend that seems to be happening now, with Need for Speed is going to be coming out soonish, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
There's also Assassin's Creed, they're doing a movie, and The Last of Us, which has just been announced.
See if we can find some kind of cast.
Really? Okay.
I'm checking right now, see if I can find anything.
Fair. Personally, I don't think it will work that well, and I'm really sad to say that, because I've played The Last of Us. I haven't completed it yet, but I intend to, and it's a really good game in my opinion. I mean, it got 10s across the board and got really good reviews, and so obviously it is a good game by anyone's standards. But there was so much feeling and so much story in it across a game that could easily go on for over 20 hours. I don't see how they're going to be doing it in a movie that's only going to last 2 or 3.
I can see how they would do it, and I've not found an official cast for it, but I think it's like a discussion place for people they'd like to see, and I really like them. For Joel, people have suggested Hugh Jackman.
I could see that.
I could definitely see that. However, for some reason they didn't.
It's going to have to be Ellen Page for Ellie, though. There's no other way around it, right?
Apparently, people are suggesting Abigail Breslin.
I don't even know who that is. I'm terrible
Oh,
at their names.
I believe I know who that is.
She half looks the part, but really, Last of Us is CGI. Why not get the girl who actually played her?
That's a fair point.
Well, I don't know if you've seen her, but she doesn't quite look the part. Actually,
Ellen
So
Page.
I searched for Abigail Breslin on Google and I found a picture of Seth Rogen. Just wanted to say that.
Didn't Ellen Page try and sue the people who made The
Daniel
Last of
Craig
Us
too.
or something?
No, she didn't try and sue them.
Or I can't remember. There was like some uproar that she wasn't happy about it or something.
Yeah, she said something in a tweet, but then they were both her and Naughty Dog said, "Oh, we're just joking around. Nobody
fair.
actually cares."
I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
I didn't pay much attention to it at the time, but okay.
They've also
But no,
got
Ellen
also
Page
those who are-
stuff like this too. Ellie.
Ashley Johnson played Ellie in the game, and I'm not entirely sure she could pull it off in the movie. I'll leave that up to you
It's
guys.
quite a big step up, isn't it?
She
from-
might be able to.
She doesn't quite look like it though.
How many of you are going to go and watch the Need for Speed movie?
Well, I work at the movies, so I get it for free. So
Oh,
I
you
probably
lucky.
will. Yeah.
I might. I don't know at the moment.
I'll probably not watch it at the movies.
No, I'll probably wait until it comes out on DVD or I can rent it or something.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Rent.
Whatever
Sure.
you
Shut
say.
up, guys. We're a respectable organization.
But anyway, I don't know if I'm gonna see it or not. It looks like it could be good, but other parts of it look like it's gonna be a bit painful to watch in areas.
Mm.
Well, it's pretty much. Oh fuck! What's that one with that had Paul Walker? It's pretty much those.
Fast and the
So
Furious.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty much Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, pretty much. I think that's why maybe they might have put off making a Need for Speed film for so long because of the
Yeah.
big similarities.
Mm.
Yeah, maybe.
I actually know kind of what the plot's about because they were talking about it on Top Gear. Yes, the British
Yeah, same.
version, the proper British
yeah, yeah.
version.
Well, that's
The
the
only
only
version of Top Gear.
And it's actually there's a new episode out tonight.
Yeah, I know. I'm really looking forward to
And
it.
it's like apparently he was accused of a crime that he didn't commit, and to prove it, he has to get from one end from like was it the west coast to the east coast within 24 hours or something like that. I can't remember.
Well, I
And
pretty
he
much get
just
that
has
from
to
the
speed
trailer.
across the country. Yeah, but you know he just has to like speed. It's like okay, fair enough, but I don't know. It depends how well they do it, I guess.
Could go either way.
Yeah.
So, I'm curious. Unless you guys want to keep talking about this, I was going to shift it over a bit.
Yeah, move on.
So Watch Dogs finally has a release date.
Yes, I'm so happy.
When is
They,
it? I've forgotten.
May
27th, I think. Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
27th.
May 27th.
Okay.
So, anyways, it's late May. You know,
so in
like,
about
they
3 months,
announced it
2.5 months.
2 E3s ago. I remember watching
Yeah,
the first game
I do.
reveal and can't wait for that. Been
I
put off,
watched
put
an
off
hour
since.
long a couple of weeks ago, and at first
Oh yeah.
I thought this looks pretty good, and then it went into the whole. There are so many different ways how you can get into this base and take it over, and you can have the database, the criminal database, and you'll get percentages. But the best thing I saw, I didn't watch the whole hour because I had to go out, but the best thing was you walked into a gun store to buy a gun. And the guy that sells the guns, you actually saw him turn his head to look at the television behind him. And he saw you on it being told that you're wanted. And you saw him look back with this really, I don't trust you
that's
kind of
cool.
look. And you saw him reach for the silent alarm. And it was
Yeah.
just, oh my god, that's so cool!
Oh man, that you have me excited now.
Like, people actually react to
Was
you.
that in game or was it just a cutscene?
That was in-game.
Oh, then that's quite cool.
Yeah, depending on how people think of you, they'll treat you differently. So I guess if he liked you, he wouldn't have set the alarm and maybe, I don't know, given you a slight discount or something, I don't know. But yeah, you actually
Kinda
saw all that
relate-
slowly happen as you were buying guns, and I thought,
That's awesome.
Sort of like Infamous, isn't it? Infamous has that good guy, bad guy, public
Yeah.
opinion stuff.
Play that one.
Yeah.
Because once again, consoles.
Yeah, consoles. But yeah, Watch Dogs, I'm really looking forward to it because I have I have a PlayStation 4, but I don't have that much to play on it. So it'll be good to have a, Watch Dogs is a game I'm sure I'll pour hours and hours into.
Yeah.
And I've had the damn game pre-bought. Like, I think I pre-bought it in June of last year.
Mm.
So I've been waiting for it to come. But it'll be good because I'll get it and it'll show up at my doorstep. It'll be like I got it for free, right? You know, I paid for it so long ago, I've just forgotten about the money.
Have you? What are your opinions on Titanfall? Because that's coming out very soon, on the 11th of March.
Mhm.
So in about 2 or 3 days' time. And
Well, I haven't had the chance to play it, so I'll step out on this one.
I was in the beta on PC, and I have to say I really, really enjoyed it. I didn't actually play it that much. Ironically, I kept on getting out of Titanfall to go and play Firefall, which is a free-to-play MMORPG, which kind of like destroyed my social life for a number of weeks. But no, I don't know. I don't know whether I should or not get Titanfall.
I think the only thing I would have to say against Titanfall, which isn't really against it, it's just something that they should maybe patch a bit, which I'm sure everyone agrees with, is the smart pistol.
Yeah.
It does take. It's quick to lock on to minions. That's fine, and it takes longer to lock onto an actual player. Fine, but it's the fact that you don't have to aim, and it's just.
I don't know. I found it quite difficult to use when I was trying it out. Because I think it's a kind of a necessity in that game, just because the combat is so fast.
Yeah. Plus, it is with the assassin class, isn't it? So you're invisible, so you have to hide, so you can actually wait long enough to get a lock on.
Yeah.
But then again, you also see it's also. I didn't use the pistols that much, but it felt at the time like that had a little bit more of a kick to it than the standard pistol. So you just see people running around aiming down the sights and shooting you.
I do like how there's actually quite a variety between classes, and you may not think, oh well, that isn't that different, but I can imagine it having a serious impact on the way certain people will play the game.
Mm.
Like, as you say, with the assassin, you'll just hide in a corner invisible, or like run around invisible until you can get a lock on, and then you'll use your smart pistol. But I played as like a warrior or fighter, whatever they called it, just a bog standard soldier for most of the beta. And I really enjoyed it because it played a little bit more like a classical FPS, but with just more movement and depth because of like the levels and everything like that, rather than just being stuck on one plane.
Some of my friends didn't really like the minions. They said that it was unnecessary and it made the battleground too cluttered, but I thought I liked it because it made it cluttered. And they're not that hard to kill, and they don't kill you that quickly. The only ones that are in the least bit annoying are the stalkers. Spectres, if you get really close to them, because then they'll punch you. But other than that, they're pretty simple.
For those of us who don't know, what do you mean by the minions?
They're like robots, really, aren't they? They're
AI.
Like droids. Yeah, they're like AI soldiers on the battlefield that look like robots, kind of thing.
No, you got the standard minions, which are humans, and you've got the robots, which are spectres, and the spectres are the ones that can go invisible and punch you and such. And they're all very easy to kill, but the main reason why I like them is not only does it add extra people to kill, and they're just there for cannon fodder, so instead of running around doing nothing like you might in Halo or Call of Duty, there's always going to be something to shoot.
Yeah.
It's also funny because every now and then you'll run into a room and it'll be a bit like a cutscene from a game, because the number of times I entered a room and saw one minion kicking another minion in the shin and then shooting him while he's down. Or better yet, I had called down a Titan, and when my Titan landed, one minion was pulling back his friend to cover. So they actually do stuff. They don't just stand and crouch and shoot and then die.
Yeah. But what I like is how you actually get double points for killing a player than a minion. It's like, it isn't so that they've introduced it to the game and you'll do just as well if you focus only on minions if you do players. It's like it still encourages you to go and play with other people.
Yeah.
But what I'm interested in, how different is it actually to the Call of Duty and Battlefields? Because we have a lot of those already. And if it's just more of the same, I'll probably not be interested.
A lot of people would argue that it's not much different, but the fact that you've got the jump packs and the free running, it is different. Plus, if you were to jetpack onto a wall and then immediately start aiming, you actually stick to the wall for a certain time.
What I'm really hoping is that all of the COD community won't immediately emigrate over to Titanfall.
Yeah, last thing I need is someone
Because-
calling down a Titan going,
Well,
It's because I
bet
think
because it's
with
migrate.
Titanfall, I think it's that Titanfall gives you the ability to play it differently than Call of Duty and everything. I mean, it gives you the jump packs, it gives you the Titans and everything like this. But I can just imagine people playing it like a Call of Duty game.
Okay. So if you wanted to, it can be different.
Yeah, it's like it gives you everything you need to make it a different experience. But I didn't really get the impression that there's anything forcing you to. But that's like if you stay on the ground and play it just like Call of Duty, you will probably be stepped on by a Titan and you will be easy picking. But I can see people trying to play it like Call of Duty.
yeah, but at the same time, there's a lot of differences. Like, Titanfall is definitely a fast game, because in Call of
Yeah.
Duty, you can crouch in a corner, you can go prone. Titanfall doesn't actually have a prone feature.
No, what I love, I both loved and hated it. I was like running across the rooftops, and I jumped up onto this roof to like shoot down into this alley where there were 3 opponents. And before I let off a single shot, I was stabbed in the back of the head. Like I was like killed, meleeed from behind. When I jumped up onto that roof, it was completely clear. It was within about half a second, another enemy came out from the middle of nowhere and killed me by melee. I mean, that just goes to show how fast-paced the game is. It's like I arrived about to shoot dead. It's ridiculous.
Well, I have been playing Hawken again yesterday, and that's also quite different from the standard shooters because it's not a mech warrior online, so it's not the mech gameplay. It's if you would cross that with Call of Duty, then you get Hawken, I guess, because it's a mech game, but it's also quite fast.
Yeah.
But it's a lot different than the other standard shooters we have right now, because for one thing, you have a turn speed. You can't instantly turn.
Yeah.
Because you're in a mech.
Nice.
You just can't. You can fly a bit with boosters.
Yeah.
You can dodge with boosters. Yeah, and the maps are all pretty. Some of them are higher than they are long.
Really?
So, well,
This sounds like a really, really good game that
there-
somehow
there
managed
is-
to
there
go under
is
my
one-
radar.
There is one map which is gigantic in height. There are jump pads,
Oh my
or you
God.
can just fly up, and it's adding really a lot to the game. Because, for example, the mech I'm playing right now, you can deploy a shield in front of you.
Yeah.
You move slower and stuff, but you're armored really good from
Yeah.
the front, just the front. So, for example, if you're in your armored mode and you can't dodge really well, but you can duel with guys who are in front of you quite well, but on the maps which are high, you can get picked off easily because the people would just come from the top and shoot at you, and you just die. So that's
The way you were
really-
like describing the jump pads and everything, it reminds me of another game, and that's one I picked up a week or 2 ago. Drunken Robot Pornography.
okay. Yeah.
That was done by Dejaban Games, and I really, really, really like it. It's really good fun. It has a really weird, quirky sense of humor that's throughout the entire game, and it's like you fight against like these massive robot titan things, and it's an arena shooter really. It's like you'll turn up, you'll have your gun, you use all these jump pads and get the bonuses, and you have to like destroy this massive titan opponent in the middle. But it's really funny. It even has this really cool mini game. It's awesome. I actually did a review about it somewhere, so I'll just like link that in the podcast somewhere. so people can go read that. But yeah.
Okay, on to a different topic. Instead of betas that have been and gone and films that are upcoming, what are some soon-to-be-released games that we're really looking forward to for PC?
Ooh.
Or don't even have to be soon to be released. Ones that are in early access right now.
I'm going to have a look at the early access now.
Soon to be released.
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto 5. Yeah. Keep those fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
I'll probably play it if it gets released on
Professor
PC.
Mr. Tinker.
But otherwise, I won't.
Yeah.
Mr. Tinker. The mighty quest for epic loot is now in open beta.
It is, and that is an extremely good game. And they also
I
brought
know,
out
I've seen your videos on it.
They brought out the fourth hero that I mentioned, whose name I've forgotten again. Outlander, is it?
I think so.
Outcast.
Yeah.
And she's a woman that has like rock and roll
beta.
abilities with a massive axe.
Close to beta.
Because I haven't actually played it, but I've seen your videos on it, and yeah, it's taken my interest, so I may go.
definitely
The Elder Scrolls Online is coming out next month already.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
April the 4th.
Yep, March 4th.
Wow.
Right.
April.
I probably won't be picking that up.
Yeah, April 4th.
I probably will, just because I'm a MMO player. I played so much World of Warcraft.
No, the state it was in the beta, and
I haven't played the beta, so I don't know.
I played the beta,
I'd probably play it for a month, and that's it. But I'm interested in it at least.
I played the beta, and I really wasn't impressed, and I don't think they've had enough time since then, up until April the 4th, to improve it to a standard in which I'd be paying as much as they're asking for to buy it, to subscribe to it, and then to have the in-game shop as well.
A game that I would love to get, which is currently in early access, is Planetary Annihilation.
Yeah. It's looking quite interesting.
It really is. I like the fact that you can make a base on a planet and you see everything, and then you can just send someone off onto an asteroid and use the asteroid to slingshot it as a weapon. It's like massive overkill, and that's my middle name.
Yeah. If it weren't, I can find this thing right now. Yeah, if it weren't €41 for a alpha or beta, I probably would pick it up.
Yeah, it's about
But-
£33 here.
Yeah,
No way.
Really expensive. But
€41 for
That's
me.
a lot to pay.
So not quite yet.
I'd love to get it.
I'm looking at the game.
I'll probably
Rust.
check it out once it gets.
See?
Pardon?
Rust. Has anyone gotten a chance to play that?
Jake. Tinker has.
Yeah.
I just saw some videos
I played it, and it's
about it.
It is a lot of fun. I like it.
Yeah.
They're bringing out more
See, it
updates
looks
so
really
that
good.
instead of the nighttime being pitch
Okay.
black, they're doing they're going to have a moon cycle, so you get half moon and all that, and you actually get some light at night now.
That's a nice feature, actually.
Yeah. I played DayZ quite a lot.
I just got that
Which is-
the other day.
Yeah,
What are your thoughts
It's-
on that? Because I really don't know whether
I
I should
like
get it
it.
or not.
I like it a lot. It's a lot of fun if you can play with 2 or 3 friends.
Yeah.
Because if you're in a group, you can meet up somewhere, get some gear, and then run around and kill other players, preferably.
About the upcoming games, there's this one that I've been looking forward to for ages now. It's called Time Rifters.
Time Rifters.
Yeah, I've done a couple of videos on them. They're up on TSAG's YouTube. But it's a single co-op experience. It's like you'll go into this arena and fight the opponents, and then the round will end, and then you'll go in again, but your previous attempt will be there. So it's
Okay.
like you're playing with yourself and you're building on your previous rounds, and then you get 4 rounds. And it's just been greenlit on Steam, so it is in development and stuff. There's an open demo which you can go and play, which I have. I love it to bits. It's really, really nice,
And what's it
clean
called again?
looking. Time Rifters.
It's.
I really, really, really enjoyed it. I mean, I've completed the demo.
Is it like Time
Played it.
Splitters?
I haven't played that one.
You've never played Time Splitters?
There are a lot of games I've never played.
What?
What? Yeah, but have you ever played Road Rash 2 on Sega?
No.
See? That was one of the major games of my childhood, and I can't imagine anyone not playing that, but I know
Major
people
game of
haven't.
my childhood was Metal Gear Solid and Super Smash Bros. And GoldenEye on the N64.
Oh god. That was iconic.
Well, I've
Time
got
Rifters.
to get going.
No.
I've got to get going. Just want to say thanks for having me on.
Absolutely.
I do appreciate it. I had a good time.
You're welcome to join us anytime.
I would love to come back next week if there's anything, or
Yeah,
know,
we're probably
any
going
other
to make
further
this a
podcast.
thing. So yes, you're more than welcome
Yeah.
to. Please come along. Bring one of your fans if you want to. Like we have Florian today, you can bring one of yours.
Preferably female. We could use a
I
sexual
will.
appeal.
I'll have to get Revolution on from Generation Gamers.
That would be awesome.
Anyway, yeah. Anyway, thanks again. I'll talk to you guys later.
Bye bye, Champ.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
That was Champ from Generation Gamers. It's a Facebook page. I'll do a linky loo or I'll share it on TSAG something. Very nice guy, very good page. Go check him out.
Ha, Linky Lou.
Linky loo. So yeah, games in early development. Are we still going to talk about that, or is there anything else you want to introduce?
Can't think of anything. Well, hey, look. Let's just have a question. What is your favourite role-playing game?
Oh god.
Knights of the Republic 2, I guess.
We got one. Come on. Come on, Yeti.
I don't know. I really like Torchlight 2.
Yeah, that's pretty cool too.
Yeah. I really like Torchlight.
It's more an ARPG than a
Yeah,
pure
that's the thing.
RPG though.
Would
That's-
it be easier if I involved games that are not out yet, but are obviously confirmed?
I'm looking forward to Tom Clancy, The Division. Like, I'd love to play that, but I can't.
Is that role-playing?
Role-playing.
No, I'm not sure. I don't know. I think it's like people can interpret RPG in so many different ways. Do you play a role in the game? Yes, it's an RPG, but then other people go into so much more depth about it. But I'm one of the first. Like, if you play a role in a game, it is an RPG.
I'd have to say the role-playing game that I'm really looking forward to is The Witcher 3.
Ah, yes.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I've been playing.
I recently got The Witcher 2 on Steam for
Yeah,
I don't
they
know,
had a sale. And it was,
€3 or something.
yeah, they recently had it on sale. I
haven't played it at all, but I have it installed. So.
You should.
Yeah.
That's currently my favourite one that's out.
Okay.
Yeah, I played that a bunch last month. I mean, I think I put in over 40 hours onto it, something like that.
So good.
It's really, really, really good. So good.
The only single player game which I've been playing a bunch the last few days is South Park.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm just playing League or Hearthstone or recently Hawken.
That's a fair point, actually. Hearthstone is supposed to be really good. I played it a little because my brother has it. And a lot of my friends play it. But yeah.
Very few people actually have a completed deck.
Yeah.
I think there's 2 people at the moment who have completed or nearest to complete, and I think they are. Who is it? I think it's Total Biscuit and. Oh, who's the YouTuber with the glasses that does the funny voice, the rage videos?
Oh, I don't know. Oh.
Francis.
Yeah,
or
him.
Boogie.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they're the only two that have.
I think that's not true. I don't think that's true because there are a lot of pro Hearthstone players like Artosis recently and Trump, Kriparian, which are primarily streamers. And I think they have all the cards because when you play arenas, for 12 hours a day, each day, every day, I think you get all cards.
Well, all right. I
But
shall
you don't get
rephrase
any
it.
ghosts.
Very few people have full decks.
Yeah, that's true.
I couldn't do that. I'm sorry, I couldn't play the same game for 12 hours every day.
Hell no.
Just no.
Not 12, more like 8, but...
Oh, then
Get
we're
my
just
point.
talking about my brother's entire teenage period on Call of Duty.
Yep.
No, honestly, he'll get back from school, he'll go on Call of Duty, he won't get off until past midnight. It's ridiculous. The youth of today, ladies and gentlemen.
Games like Hearthstone, I could understand if you put 8 hours into it. Because it's different games, different matches, different opponents. How would you put 8 hours into Call of Duty? It's so repetitive.
I don't know, but somehow he's managed to do it for the last 5 years.
Also, League. You can play League for
No, you can't.
days.
Oh my
No, you
gosh,
can't.
it's a super mega gank.
I'm sorry, Florian. You know I don't like League.
Oh, there's not that much wrong with
Why?
it.
Why don't you like...
I don't know, I just don't like it. It's just, I think a game shouldn't be enjoyable, and League has just become too much of an esport. It's more of an
It
esport
can
than a
still
game
be
now.
enjoyable. I enjoy the esport part a lot. I watched yesterday. I watched LTS till 2 in the morning.
That's the thing, though. You watched. You didn't decide to go and play it. You watched someone else play it because they were good at it. Because they are the good players and they perform in esports. You didn't think, I know, I enjoy it, I'm going to go play it.
Yeah. I think it's a good game. I enjoy it. I couldn't play it for too long, and I'd have to play it with a friend, otherwise I'd just sit there and...
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. I almost exclusively play with friends. So.
But they have to be good friends.
So.
Yeah. How long have we been recording?
32 minutes and 42 seconds.
Do you want to leave it there then? Because that's a half an hour recording for a podcast.
Yeah, that's
That'll work. Plus Champ's gone now, and I don't want to do too much without him. But no, thank you for listening, everyone. We are probably going to have another podcast next week, if not the week after. I know I said that last time, and that was in October or something.
And you lied to the
And I
viewers!
lied. But I had so much stuff going on then, and I have a lot of stuff going on now, but a little less. But no, we'll try and keep this a regular thing. I won't always be here. I'll get Tinker to record it, or someone else, one of my other admins. We could alternate weeks, like EU and then America and stuff. I don't know. Anyway, that would be quite cool, though, don't you think? Like, they could have American podcast and then EU podcast. Anyway.
And the EU one will just be completely and utterly fucking boring.
Well, we stole Canada with Champ.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah. Anyway, yes, everyone, thank you for listening. It's been brilliant. Yeah, we'll have this posted as soon as possible, and we will do another one next week. I promise.
Yep.
If there's anything you want to know about this week's podcast, like if you have any questions about anything we've mentioned, let us know. I'll get back to you. Someone will. Like
Message Fat Yeti at his personal email, which is...
Yeah, I have my personal email now.
Wow,
because
that's
we
amazing.
Oh yes, because we now have our very own website. Oh yeah. Go check that bad boy out.
Yeah, go look at that and have a mild orgasm.
tsag.co.uk because some bastard took .com.
Probably someone in America.
No, I looked it up. It's someone who sells like tools or something, and it doesn't even go anywhere. It's a redirectory thing. So it's like you type in tsag.com and it takes you to a different website. I'm like, you aren't even using the domain.
That's weird.
I'm
Anyway,
checking
when are we going to
Anyway.
end this?
Yes, we have a very shiny new website. Go check it out. I'll put the podcast up on there. If you have any queries about anything we've talked about, either message the page, tweet us. So it's / the Socially Awkward Gamers on Facebook.
Yep.
It's at @T_S_A_G
_G.
_ G for Twitter. and go to tsag.co.uk, and then there's a contact us tab where you can leave us a message. So yeah, you can get to us in any of those ways, and we'll get back to you. Yeah, if you have anything you want to be said in the next podcast, also let us know. We'll be happy to mention anything.
Where do you get the oxygen for these sentences?
I don't know. No. Thank you,
Jesus.
and goodbye.
Bye!
Bye.